After 60, I need to tell you something that might surprise you, something that challenges what we've all been told for decades. You see, walking is wonderful. It's gentle, it's accessible, it gets you outside. But here's the truth that most doctors won't tell you directly. Walking alone isn't enough to keep you strong. It's not enough to prevent the loss that's already happening inside your muscles right now. I know that sounds harsh, maybe even alarming, but stay with me, because what I'm about to share could change everything about how you approach your health in these crucial years. Let me paint you a picture. Margaret is 72. Every morning, rain or shine, she walks 2 miles through her neighborhood. She's proud of this routine. She feels like she's doing everything right. But last month, something happened that shook her to her core. She tried to lift her grandson, just 4 years old, and her legs nearly gave out. She couldn't get up from her favorite low chair without using her arms. And when she carried groceries from the car, her hands trembled so badly she had to set the bags down twice. Margaret came to my office confused and frightened. "Dr. Mason," she said, "I walk every single day. How can I be getting weaker?" This is the conversation I have almost weekly now, and it breaks my heart every time because these are people who are doing what they've been told to do. They're active. They're trying. But they're missing a critical piece of the puzzle. The piece that Margaret was missing, the piece that maybe you're missing too, has a name. It's called sarcopenia, from the Greek words meaning poverty of flesh. After the age of 60, we lose approximately 3 to 8% of our muscle mass every decade. But here's what makes this truly devastating. If you're not actively fighting against it with the right kind of exercise, you could lose up to 15% per decade. Think about what that means. By the time you're 80, you could have lost nearly a third of the muscle you had at 60, a third of your strength, a third of your independence. Walking moves your body, yes. It gets your heart pumping. It's good for your cardiovascular system. But here's the scientific reality. Walking doesn't put enough stress on your muscles to tell them to stay strong. It doesn't signal to your body that you need that muscle mass. Your body is incredibly efficient, you see. If you don't use your strength, your body thinks, well, we don't need all this muscle. Let's redirect these resources elsewhere. And so, quietly, without you even noticing, your muscles begin to fade away. Now, I want to be very clear about something. I am not telling you to stop walking. Walking has tremendous benefits. But I am telling you that walking alone is not a complete strategy for maintaining your independence after 60. Let me share what the research actually shows. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society followed over 1,500 adults aged 65 and older for 3 years. They divided participants into 3 groups: those who only walked, those who did resistance exercises, and those who did both. The results were stark. The walking-only group continued to lose muscle mass at the expected rate. Some even experienced accelerated loss. The resistance training group, however, not only stopped losing muscle, they actually gained strength. Their functional abilities improved. Their risk of falls decreased by 43%. 43%. That's the difference between living independently and needing assistance. That's the difference between playing with your grandchildren and watching from the sidelines. But here's where it gets interesting. Many people, when they hear resistance training, immediately think they need to join a gym. They picture complicated machines, heavy weights, young people in athletic gear. They think, that's not for me. And so they do nothing. This is the tragedy I see every day, because the most effective exercises for preventing muscle loss after 60 don't require a gym at all. They don't require expensive equipment. They can be done in your living room, at your own pace, even if you have limited mobility. Let me introduce you to 5 exercises that can quite literally change your life. 5 movements that target the exact muscle groups you need to maintain your independence. And here's the beautiful part. Every single one can be done while sitting in a chair. The first exercise is heel raises. Sounds simple, doesn't it? You sit in a chair, feet flat on the floor, and slowly lift your heels while keeping your toes on the ground, then lower them back down. That's it. But what's happening inside your body is profound. You're working your calf muscles, the same muscles that help you maintain balance, that propel you forward when you walk, that prevent you from falling when you trip on an uneven surface. A study from the University of Michigan found that adults over 65 who performed seated heel raises 3 times a week for 12 weeks improved their balance scores by 36%. Their confidence in walking increased. Their fear of falling decreased. All from this one simple movement. The second exercise is knee extensions. You sit in your chair and slowly straighten one leg until it's parallel to the floor, hold for 2 seconds, then lower it back down. You're working your quadriceps, the large muscles in the front of your thigh. These are the muscles that let you stand up from a chair without using your hands. These are the muscles that stabilize your knee when you walk. These are the muscles that, when weak, make every stair feel like a mountain. I had a patient named Robert, 78 years old, who couldn't climb the stairs to his bedroom anymore. He'd been sleeping on his couch for 6 months, too embarrassed to tell his family. We started him on seated knee extensions, just 10 repetitions per leg, twice a day. Within 8 weeks, he was back in his bedroom. Within 12 weeks, he was walking up those stairs without even thinking about it. The third exercise is seated marches. You sit tall in your chair and lift one knee toward your chest, then lower it and repeat with the other leg like you're marching in place while seated. This works your hip flexors, the muscles that lift your leg when you walk, that help you maintain good posture, that keep you from shuffling your feet, which is one of the main predictors of falls. Research from the Journal of Physical Therapy Science showed that seated marching exercises improved walking speed by 21% in older adults. Walking speed, by the way, is one of the most important predictors of health and longevity after 60. It's so important that some researchers call it the 6th vital sign. The fourth exercise is seated rows with a resistance band. You can use a simple elastic band, the kind you can buy at any drugstore for less than $10. You loop the band around your feet, hold the ends in your hands, and pull back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. This strengthens your upper back, your shoulders, your arms. These are the muscles that let you carry groceries, lift your grandchildren, reach for items on high shelves, maintain good posture so your spine stays healthy. And here's something remarkable. Strengthening your upper back doesn't just help with daily activities. It actually improves your bone density. A study in the journal Osteoporosis International found that resistance exercises for the upper back increase bone mineral density in the spine by 4% over 1 year in postmenopausal women. That might not sound like much, but in the world of bone health, That's the difference between bones that fracture easily and bones that can withstand a fall. The fifth exercise might be the most important of all. It's called the sit-to-stand exercise. You sit in your chair and then stand up without using your hands. If you need to use your hands at first, that's okay. Over time, you'll build the strength to do it without assistance. Then you slowly lower yourself back down into the chair and repeat. This one exercise works nearly every major muscle group in your lower body simultaneously. Your quadriceps, your glutes, your hamstrings, your core muscles. It mimics one of the most important functional movements you do every day. And the inability to perform this exercise is one of the strongest predictors of future disability and loss of independence. A groundbreaking study in the British Medical Journal followed over 2,000 adults aged 65 and older for 13 years. Those who couldn't perform a sit-to-stand test at the beginning of the study had a 300% higher mortality risk over the follow-up period. 300%. The researchers concluded that this simple test was more predictive of longevity than many blood tests and medical scans. Now, I can see some of you thinking, this all sounds good in theory, but will it really work for me? Let me tell you about Eleanor. She's 81 years old. When she first came to my office 2 years ago, she'd been declining rapidly. She couldn't stand from her dining chair without pushing off with both hands. She'd stopped going to church because she was afraid of the steps. She'd given up her garden, something she'd loved for 50 years, because she couldn't get down to the ground and back up again. Eleanor was depressed. She felt like her life was over, like independence was something that belonged to her past. Her daughter had started looking at assisted living facilities, but Eleanor had one thing going for her. She was stubborn. When I explained these 5 exercises to her, when I told her they could be done in her own home, when I showed her the research about strength training after 80, something shifted in her eyes. She started doing the exercises 3 times a week. Just these 5 movements, 3 sets of 10 repetitions each. That's all. At first, her muscles shook. She could barely complete the sets, but she kept going. After 4 weeks, she noticed she could stand from her chair a little easier. After 8 weeks, she walked up the church steps without holding the railing. After 6 months, she was back in her garden, and she sent me a photo of the tomatoes she'd grown. The last time I saw Eleanor, she told me something I'll never forget. She said, "Dr. Mason, you didn't just give me exercises, you gave me my life back." This is not an exaggeration. This is not some miraculous exception. This is what happens when we address the root cause of age-related weakness. This is what happens when we give our bodies the stimulus they need to stay strong. But I need to be honest with you about something else. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The muscle you lose today is harder to rebuild tomorrow. Every month you delay is a month of potential strength slipping away. I don't say this to frighten you. I say this because I care about you, about your future, about your independence. The good news is that it's never too late to start. Studies have shown significant improvements in strength and function in people well into their 90s who begin resistance training. Your body still has the capacity to adapt, to grow stronger, to surprise you with what it can do. Let me address some common concerns I hear. First, won't this hurt my joints? Actually, the opposite is true. Stronger muscles support your joints better, reducing pain and inflammation. One study found that resistance training reduced arthritis pain by 47% in older adults. The key is to start slowly, use proper form, and progress gradually. Second, I have osteoporosis. Isn't exercise dangerous? Again, the science says no. Weight-bearing and resistance exercises are actually recommended for osteoporosis because they stimulate bone formation. The danger is in not exercising, which accelerates bone loss. Third, I'm too old to start now. Research from the Journal of Applied Physiology studied adults in their 70s, 80s, and 90s who had never exercised before. After just 12 weeks of resistance training, they showed the same percentage gains in strength as younger adults. Your muscles don't know how old you are. They only know whether you're using them or not. Here's what I want you to understand at a deeper level. Your body wants to be strong. Evolution designed your muscles to respond to challenge, to adapt, to grow. But in our modern world, we've removed most of the natural resistance from daily life. We have elevators, remote controls, grocery delivery, power tools. We're not using our strength, so our bodies think we don't need it. These 5 exercises give your body the message it's been waiting for. They tell your muscles, yes, we still need you. Yes, you're still important. Yes, stay strong because we have life to live. The scientific term for this is mechanical loading. When you perform resistance exercises, even gentle ones like these seated movements, you create tiny micro tears in your muscle fibers. Your body then repairs these tears, making the fibers stronger and thicker than before. At the same time, your body increases bone density in the areas under stress, strengthens your tendons and ligaments, and improves the neural connections between your brain and muscles. This is why these exercises are so much more effective than walking alone. Walking doesn't create enough mechanical loading to trigger these adaptations. It maintains what you have, but it doesn't build new strength. Now let me give you a practical plan. Start with 3 sessions per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday works well for most people. Begin with 1 set of 10 repetitions for each of the 5 exercises. That's 50 total repetitions, which should take you about 10 to 15 minutes. Do this for 2 weeks, then increase to 2 sets of 10. After another 2 weeks, move to 3 sets of 10. Within 8 weeks, you should notice a real difference. You'll feel stronger getting up from chairs. Stairs will feel easier. You'll have more energy. Your balance will improve. And if you keep going, these improvements will continue. But here's the crucial part. Consistency matters more than intensity. It's better to do these exercises gently 3 times a week, every week, than to do them intensely once and give up. This is about building a sustainable habit that becomes part of your life. Let me also address the emotional component of this, because it's real and it matters. Many of us after 60 struggle with feelings of becoming invisible, of not mattering anymore, of being a burden. We watch our bodies change, watch our strength fade, and we feel powerless. These feelings are valid, but they don't have to be permanent. When you take control of your strength, when you actively work to maintain your independence, something shifts inside you. You're not just building muscle, you're reclaiming agency over your life. You're proving to yourself that you still have power, that your future isn't predetermined, that you can still grow and improve. I've seen this transformation in hundreds of patients. The physical changes are remarkable, but the psychological changes are equally profound. People stand taller, they smile more, they make plans again, they stop talking about what They used to do and start talking about what they're going to do. This is about more than preventing falls or maintaining independence, though those things are critically important. This is about quality of life. This is about dignity. This is about living fully in the years you have left, not merely existing. Let me leave you with one final thought. In Japanese culture, there's a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates to a reason for being. Research has shown that people with a strong sense of ikigai live longer, healthier lives. They have lower rates of disease, less depression, better cognitive function. And here's what's interesting: maintaining physical independence is strongly correlated with ikigai. When you can move freely, when you can do things for yourself, when you can participate actively in life, you maintain your sense of purpose. But when you lose your strength, when you become dependent on others for basic tasks, that sense of purpose often fades. These 5 simple exercises, done consistently, can help you maintain not just your strength, but your reason for being. They can keep you in the game, keep you active, keep you living the life you want to live. You don't have to accept weakness as inevitable. You don't have to surrender your independence. You have more control than you think. Your body is still capable of remarkable things. It's waiting for you to ask it to be strong. So here's my challenge to you. Start today. Right now, if you can. Try 1 set of heel raises, 10 repetitions. Feel your calf muscles working. Feel yourself getting stronger with each lift. That's not imagination. That's real adaptation happening in real time. Then tomorrow, add knee extensions. The day after, add seated marches. Build slowly, build consistently, and build the strength that will carry you through the years ahead. You deserve to live independently. You deserve to maintain your dignity. You deserve to stay strong. And now you know how. The question is, will you do it? Your future self is counting on you. Make the choice today that will thank you tomorrow. Start building the strength you need to live the life you want, because walking is wonderful, but strength is essential. And after 60, you need both.